Okay, how to deal with retroactive jealousy in my relationship.
Retroactive. So if it's retroactive jealousy, then maybe what that would mean is that he shared some things, maybe about another girl from his past, and now because here's something that's really super important about the ladies, guys, and you really need to listen to me when I tell you this, is that if you're going to tell a woman something, you got to think in terms of, is this going to make me look good? Is this going to make me look more attractive in her eyes? Is this going to make me look more masculine and confident in her eyes? Or is this something that makes me look weak or bad, that every time she gets mad at me, she's going to throw in my face? And so he told her about something from the past, retroactive jealousy. So maybe he told her about a girl he dated or a girl that was in his life or in the background, kind of.
Yeah.
And she just thought, oh, she's just a friend or part of the friend group. And then she came to find out that, oh, he actually dated and slept with that
She
girl,
did her research.
did her research. And so now she's jealous of that person. So he's telling her things that he probably shouldn't have. So he's practicing very poor operational security. Because if it's not going to help your case, if it's not going to add value to your relationship and make her love you more and think you are sexy or more attractive, more masculine, shut your fucking mouth. Shut your fucking mouth. Shut your fucking mouth. Keep it to yourself. Don't tell anybody.
Yeah.
Just like an attorney would say. If you get arrested, shut your fucking mouth. Shut your fucking mouth. Shut your fucking mouth.
Right.
Have you ever seen that commercial?
I think I'm guilty of that because I like to be super honest and open about things. And sometimes people ask questions that they don't need to be asking questions about.
They're not going to like the answer.
Right. I'm just like, are you sure you want the answer? And it's like, yes, I'd rather just get it over with and clear my mind.
Tell me about every guy you ever slept with.
Yeah, it's like, what did you do?
Tell me every guy you ever kissed.
Did you guys hook up? Did you kiss? Did he touch your hand? It's like, do you really want to know this? And
Did
it's
you use
always a
protection
yes.
or did you raw dog it?
It's crazy. And then you tell them, and they're like, damn, maybe I shouldn't have known that because now I'm picturing it in my head and they want to get more in depth with the questions. And it's like, okay, I guess honesty isn't the best policy sometimes.
Yeah, because women will use things, especially negative things, when they're mad at you and they'll throw it in your face. Oh, remember when you did this? Or, oh, remember that girl that was part of your friend group and then you told me that you actually used to hook up with her?
Yeah.
And anytime you make her feel in a way that, in this case, is retroactive jealousy that applies obviously to something in the past, probably because he opened his mouth and talked about it when he shouldn't have.
Yeah.
It's like girls get mad at you. They throw, oh, remember you didn't fix the garage door 3 years ago when I told you? Or you didn't take the garbage out 6 months ago and it sat there? It leaked all over my carpet, my favorite rug.
Right.
Every time, something like that happens, she'll, remember when you did the garbage and it ruined my rug?
So in those situations, what do you do? Like,
Keep your mouth shut. Shut the fuck up. Shut
if
the
they
fuck up.
if they keep asking you, it's just like, what if they start using the excuse like, oh, you're hiding things or you're just trying to be secretive? And
Well, if I have a girl that's wanting to dig in my past, like every relationship, it's like, hey, we just met. I don't really want to talk about every single girl I've ever gone out with or kissed because, quite frankly, I couldn't remember anyways.
right.
I had a lot of life experience. And number two, it's like,
That's gonna get back to you then.
yeah,
She's gonna be like, oh, so you've been around in town, huh?
been around a block. But at the end of the day, it's like every girl that came before me shaped me into this magnificent man that you see before you now. And so you get the benefit
Ick.
of all of this wonderful life experience and all the girls that were nice to me and all the good choices that I learned to make in women, and now I've chosen you. And it's like you get the benefit of all of that. You should be excited.
Should be honored.
You should be honored. You should be totally honored about that. But I mean, you're on a, hey, we just met, we're on a couple of dates. I want to focus on us and getting to know you. I don't really need the rundown of every single guy that you ever talked to or been out on a date with. I want to get to know you and I want to have fun. I don't want to sit here talking about exes or, you know, times I got my heart broken or was like, I want to have fun tonight. We can always talk about those things later when we get to know each other better. Let's have fun. And then change the subject. because whoever's asking the questions is the one running the conversation.
Right.
So if she starts digging for those things, so when was your last relationship? So how many girlfriends have you had in the past year?
Mm-hmm.
Gentlemen don't kiss and tell. I'm
It's
very
true.
selective, very selective, and girls don't like it when a guy blabs about everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I actually met a guy and I thought it was actually really attractive of him because I'm so used to talking about past experiences, my exes, or things that I've been through with a guy. And immediately when I brought up the question, like, oh, what about you? How was your ex? Or blah, 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 like that. He was just like, I don't want to talk about that. And I'm like, why not? Are you hurt? Still hurt from your past or something? He's like, no, it's in the past and that's where it should be. We're here now. I'm with you. So let's focus on that. And I was kind of just like,
Notice how she said that with glee. Oh, what happened in the past?
yeah.
She's needling him. Like, oh, he might get upset about this.
And he shut it down and I was just like, whoa, but I respected it. I was just like, okay, we don't have to talk about it, which is good because I was so used to it in the past that it brought problems because girls, we overthink about everything. I'm just like, oh, maybe it's better to not know. So
Yeah, if you're on a first date with a girl or first 2 or 3 dates, you really don't want to be talking about other dudes that she smashed in the past and forming that mental image. Or vice versa, if she starts talking about a guy that she had a really bad experience with and she starts talking about that bad relationship, then guess what? Now she's feeling those feelings of that bad relationship being with you. And
right.
whatever feelings you make a woman feel when she's with you is what she's going to associate with being with you.
Mm-hmm.
So if you bring up her past or a guy that broke her heart and she starts crying there on a date because it's traumatic for her, and then number one, you're going to look like an idiot. Number two, you definitely are not getting laid that night because now she's got all these negative feelings and she's been triggered. Maybe her anxiety's triggered and she wants to go home and cry or call her girlfriends or her mom or her dad or whatever and have this long talk. And all she's going to think is negatively towards you versus like how this guy framed it. He just, hey, that was the past. I don't want to talk. Let's talk about us.
Yeah.
And whoop, he just completely guided the conversation to where he wanted it to go.
Right. And you don't want a girl to get comfortable too, because if she's ranting to you about exes that she may still have feelings for, she might see you as a friend that she can go to for her problems now. It's like, oh, let's go
Yep.
get dinner. And then she's just
Yep.
ranting
Yeah, you turn
about a
into her
guy.
therapist.
Yeah. And then she's like, oh, I can just talk about any guy now from now on. And you kind of lose that itsy bitsy chance of being
I
with
had that
her.
experience enough when I was younger, going on dates and letting girls talk about ex boyfriends or guys they were dating, especially if it was somebody that I kind of knew and I knew the guy that she had dated.
Mm-hmm.
And then you start talking about them because you're young, you don't know any better. You're like, I know that guy really well, and you know, I
Right.
always thought you guys were great together. And then you spend an hour there, and even though she might have known you all these years, now all she's totally in the vibe of the heartbreak or the relationship that didn't work out or maybe the bad things he did or whatever said.
Yeah.
And now she's in a not good mood, and where she was excited to go out with you, now all she's thinking about is the icky feelings about the ex that you just brought up.
Yeah.
And so you totally cockblock yourself doing it. I did it enough times to realize that is a stupid conversation
Some
to
guys use
have.
it as a tactic too, as like, oh, maybe it'll make her feel comfortable, safe with me. And it's just like, she's going to be safe, but for not the right reasons.
Yep.
She's going to see you as like a brother that she can talk to here and there.
You're going to make her pussy dry up faster than the Sahara Desert in the middle of the day.
That's not good.
Her pussy will be drier than Death Valley in the middle of the summer. Not good. Don't do it. But you also want to kind of get an idea because you're trying to evaluate character. Did this girl sleep with the whole football team in high school? Is she selective? Did she just have a handful of boyfriends? What's she like? Is she a girl that's stacking one or two new bodies every weekend until she finds a new boyfriend? What's she doing?